Premier Scott Moe started day one of the legislative sitting at Young's Equipment in East Regina. Moe gave details of the government's three-part labor market strategy. He says it will help fill jobs, reduce barriers for people trained outside the province to allow them to work here.
All of us working together to fulfill the labor market requirements that we have today, as well as looking tomorrow.
After the announcement, Moe talked to reporters. He was asked about last week's decision not to remit the carbon tax on home heating to Ottawa. Moe called the carbon tax, quote, silly, ridiculous, and harmful, and says it should be removed on everything. He says comments by the federal natural resources minister that the carbon rebates wouldn't come to Saskatchewan if the tax wasn't remitted was, quote, unfair.
What we have said is that would be the fair approach in Saskatchewan as well, is that we are going to pay less tax. We mirrored the decision that the federal government made, removing that carbon tax from home heating sources that we are able to do. And we would expect to be treated equally among this nation when it comes to whatever rebate may be coming.
The opposition NDP started out the first question period of the spring sitting asking about taxes, calling again for the government to scrap the provincial fuel tax. It also was critical of the government's response to the federal government on the carbon tax.
We say this because on Friday, we learned that neither the Sask Energy Minister nor the Premier even bothered to pick up a phone to try to get a deal from the feds. Mr. Speaker, that is not leadership.
Beck says Minister Dustin Duncan took time to shoot a video outside of Parliament rather than trying to contact and speak with a federal minister. She says the government is more interested in fighting than finding solutions. Adam Hunter, CBC News, Regina.